decided that, I'm not taking this shit anymore, and he took a beating for the team. Wait, where did I start again? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome everyone to the Hardcore FM podcast show. I'm your host, Hardcore Declan, of course. And ladies and gentlemen, last night, what a show last night at the Royal Rumble. The ending, there's no more bloodline, ladies and gentlemen. Well, possibility no more bloodline. Um, and finally, Sami Zayn done the right thing by standing up to Roman Reigns and attacking him with the steel chair. And he took the bullet last night. They literally beat the holy hell out of Kevin Owens last night. Um, but what a Royal Rumble! I was a little bit disappointed. Not many legends. I don't even think there was even any legends at all in the women. Michelle McKill, I think, was only the one. For the men's, Booker T. I think I think they're running out of legends, guys. But I have to say though, Booker T looks pretty okay. He's a bit of a little bit of a belly. Obviously, he's a little bit fatter than he was back in the day. But what a Royal Rumble it was last night. Of course, Cody Rhodes. My prediction, of course, came true. Cody Rhodes won the Royal Rumble. Um, like, which I don't get in WWE. You know, the Roman Reigns, Sami Zayn thing, that was a great storyline with the Bloodline. Fantastic what they done there. But, why the hell? They may as well have just called Cody and says, look, don't compete in the Royal Rumble, but you have a WrestleMania shot for the title. That doesn't make sense. You know, he comes in and wins the Royal Rumble. You know, and it was obvious, of course. It was obvious. He came in at number 30, of course, as well. What the hell is going on? What's going on with WWE? Same with Rhea Ripley. There was speculations of her winning the Royal Rumble. To be honest, I thought Liv Morgan was going to do it. That would have been fantastic. If she got her shot at the Royal Rumble. But obviously, it was unfortunate that she got misted in the face by Asuka. Um, Obviously, it was for Rhea initially, and Rhea ducked, and she obviously she got misted in the face. Liv Morgan, so that kind of sucked a little bit. I was a little bit pissed off that happened, but Rhea Ripley was the favorite, and she won it. Cody Rhodes was the favorite, and he won it. So WWE gave it away. When Cody was announced he was returning a couple of weeks ago, WWE gave the basically the winner of the men's Royal Rumble away by returning. So I don't know. But what a night last night. Wasn't the probably it probably was one of the best. Well, not one of the best. It was okay, but I think the storyline with Sami Zayn and the Usos and Roman Reigns and Soko. That was the best ever storyline that WWE has ever written since my day in the Attitude. Obviously, the Attitude Era, you can never ever replace the Attitude Era with you know obviously with the stuff we have today. But that was a fantastic storyline. Triple H done very very well. Um, he needs to give himself a pat on the back because that was going on for months, and the amount of bullets that Sami Zayn took for the bloodline, the amount of crap he took from the bloodline, and he finally done the right thing. And Jay Uso walked out on the bloodline. He was like, you know what, this is I'm not gonna fight with my brothers. I'm not gonna fight with my cousins. I don't care. I'm not gonna beat get my ass beaten. So obviously we'll know on Raw or especially SmackDown, what is gonna happen on SmackDown. Um, but It was. I have to say, it was not a bad old pay per view. A bit late going to bed last night, 5 o'clock this morning, going to bed after the Royal Rumble. Um, so the rest of the obviously okay. Other than the two Royal Rumbles, like the rest of the pay per view, other than the main event, like the dark match, that was ridiculous. Bray Wyatt, of course. Obviously, we all knew Bray Wyatt was going to win. We all knew Bianca Belair was going to beat Alexa Bliss. Um, uh, and then obviously the two Royal Rumbles. So it was a long pay per view. I think the men's Royal Rumble went on for like an hour and a half. I think the women's went on for maybe possibly the same, give or take. And then the dark match, the Alexa Bliss match, and the Roman Reigns match. So probably altogether about 5 hours, give or take, 4 or 5 hours show. So it was good. It was fantastic. Enjoyed it. We're on the road now to WrestleMania. So I'll be very, very interested, you know, between now and WrestleMania, who's going to show up. Brock Lesnar's back. Well, we don't know if Brock Lesnar's back just for the Royal Rumble and going to head off again to WrestleMania. But I think they're going to build a match between Bobby Lashley and Brock Lesnar after what happened the last time when Lesnar showed up and basically and cost him the United States champion. So that was you know, well Lesnar's back. Will he be on Raw this week? I don't know. I don't know if there's speculations of him being on Raw. Speculations of The Rock coming back. I doubt it. Highly, highly doubt it that The Rock will come back. So we will obviously wait and see. I think The Rock is too busy at the moment in Hollywood. But I highly doubt The Rock will come back. I'd be surprised if he does come back at Elimination Chamber in 3 weeks' time. But I highly doubt it. I highly, highly doubt it that The Rock will come. Maybe he'll come back for the 40th anniversary of WrestleMania. It's in the 40 next year. So it's probably he'll probably come back for the 40th. I don't know where WrestleMania 40. I think there's speculation of Madison Square Garden again, but that's going to be really really small for the venue. So I think that's what they're talking about. WrestleMania 40 is going to be in Times Square. They're coming back to Manhattan or Times Square or wherever the uh, basically home where they first started. Not the not the Manhattan Center, even though that's where they originally started. But you know, Madison Square Garden, it's the garden. That's the iconic arena. Where wrestlers, you know, basically got got birth. That's where wrestling between the Manhattan Center and uh, um, Madison Square Garden. Um, that's where the wrestling. It's home from home. I think that's where WrestleMania 40 is going. I could be wrong. It could be, unless they have it in a stadium. I don't even know if there's even a big stadium in New York. The only stadium that I can think of is Yankee Stadium. So unless there's another stadium in New, I know there's one in. I know there's a stadium the Red Bulls play, but it's not like in. That's not actually in New York City. It's like over in. It's like somewhere not it's not so like Jersey, I think it is. So I think the Red Bulls have a massive stadium. The it could be it could be actually in Mercedes Benz Arena. It could be. I could be wrong, guys. But I'm not coming on here to say I'm right or wrong. I could be 100% wrong. Where the WrestleMania 40 is going to be. But I reckon The Rock will come back for the 40th WrestleMania. and so on. So but that's it, guys. That was a fantastic show. I do apologise for my bad reception the other day. I was having problems. I think everybody was having problems on YouTube the last couple of days. Even my friend last night, he was having problems. I think he was doing a live stream, and three times I think his stream broke up. And so I do apologise for the lack of the video. It was when I listened back at it, uh, it was the quality was very bad, and I do apologise to people that listen to this show, um, especially the circle, of course, that listen to this show. But there's two people that comment. There was one person that commented on my video, on the video, basically saying, "Oh, I should invest in good equipment." I have good equipment, but bro, it was just the internet. The internet went down. Like I know it's these people are attacking me for no reason, like making stupid comments, on my YouTube channel, um, basically saying, "Oh, I need to get a new equipment," and the audio is terrible. I do apologize that the audio was very bad the other night. But like, where are these people coming from? Are they like James? I don't even know who this person's James something. Made a comment. Now, obviously, this person wouldn't have the balls to, you know, come on my show, even though there's an open invitation for this so-called person to come on my show. Because if it's the same person that I know it is, go fuck yourself, bro. Serious. Get a life. If you're gonna sit here and target other people's YouTube channel where this person only has one fucking. I think he only has like one. I don't know if he even has a video. I think he has one video, one fucking video, and it looks like a video game. A video game. So, and it's like one of them, them video games like Fortnite or some bollocks, some bullshit, shit like that. That's what it looks like anyway. Um, but, um, but this person hasn't got the balls to, reveal himself. Then there's another guy left a comment on Shanari's or Anthony De Silva's profile talking about my military shit and all. Like this guy doesn't even know me, and he thinks he knows me. Like what the fuck? I sound like Edge here. Think I know me. Like this guy doesn't even know me. All I am to these people is a name, a voice. That's all I am. A name and a voice, and possibly apparently this scenario has a picture of me. All I am to these people is a name and a voice. I could be anybody. A name and a voice. Like these people come out of the woodwork. The only people that probably know me really really well is my family. After this, nobody knows me. Nobody knows me. My family know me, who I am. So this person like comment. I don't care. He can comment all he wants. But he, this Mr. De Silva last night, 16 hours ago, done just nearly an 8 minute video, 7 minute and 56 second video. Basically, uh, him and his so-called brother-in-law, which is bullshit, by the way, basically talking shit about me, and it's what did this so-called brother-in-law? Even though we all know this guy is a friend, and even if he was married to his sister, I don't care. You know what I mean? If you get divorced or something, it'd be like if I divorce Roshan tomorrow, do you think I'm going to have in contact with my mother-in-law or my brother? They wouldn't unless it was like I don't know like if they would still keep in contact with me. I probably certainly wouldn't keep in contact with the in-laws. It just doesn't make sense. It just doesn't make sense. But anyway, let's play this piece of shit, this video, and like we when you hear like coming to the end of the video what his brother-in-law admits on a live video, or well, I don't know if it was live at the time, but when you hear what his brother admits, or his so-called brother-in-law admits at the end of the video. um so this is nearly an 7:55 minute video. And when you hear this garbage, that that you'd be like, Jesus, this guy has nothing better to do than have his friend on, Mr. Spencer Heberger. We're gonna actually, because that's his real name, by the way, Spencer Heberger, on and talking bullshit, right? Let's hear this bullshit.
All right, so I'm here with my brother-in-law, Aaron Wheeler.
Did he? Wait a minute. Did he just say Avon Wheeler? Did he say Avon? Wait, hold on. This man in the video is actually Spencer Heberger. So where is he going with Avon Wheeler? When the man, which is AKA Grumpy Dad, which is Spencer Heberger. So just before we get it, that's the guy he's talking to is not Avon Wheeler or whatever the fuck. It's Spencer Heberger. So get that right.
Wants to address, because Declan made some very, very interesting comments, about Aaron, basically saying that, he's not my brother-in-law, and about some comments about my sister. We're actually going to play a clip from Declan's video that he made.
Of course, he always has to call him my child too. Yeah, I wouldn't blame that woman walking away, because I tell you, if I was married to that piece of shit, I'd fucking walk away too. Even if it was civilized, I still wouldn't talk to Roshan's brothers or sisters. Jesus Christ.
So
hold on. So he's calling this guy Avon Wheeler, right? When this guy, aka Grumpy Dad, Spencer Heberger, right? So he's coming on, talking about somebody else's name. Now, unless this Avon Wheeler is somebody else, but the guy in the that he's talking to is Grumpy Dad, which is Spencer Heberger. So now he's robbing somebody else's profile, or whatever you want to call it, stolen valor, as he calls it. And now all of a sudden this man his name is Avon Wheeler. Like, what the fuck is going on? When this man is Anthony Silva and Spencer Heberger. So explain to me what what did he change his name over? Well, you can change your name. No, but it has to be obviously go through. But explain to me, how can somebody that is called Spencer Heberger? Now this is what I'm saying. Now this is the lawyers now coming out of this man. He talks about me lying and shit and stolen identities and shit like that. Like, this guy, when I first met this guy, he told me, at first he told me he had like all these fucking different names. He told me his name was what was it? Chris Arena, right? He told me his name was Chris Arena. Then it went from Chris Arena to Anthony Da Silva to Atir Da Silva. Like, make up your fucking name, bro. Make up your mind. Like, this guy obviously doesn't know his name. Obviously doesn't know his fucking name. He told me when we first met, he told me his name was Chris Arena, all this bullshit. Now, obviously, his name is Lawrence. We all established that his name is Lawrence. It's like Lawrence Anthony Da Silva or some bullshit, right? Some bull crap. But of course, he's gonna obviously deny that his name is not Lawrence. Which, even though his brother, or should I say, not even blood, by the way, Matthew Da Silva, told me that was his real name is Lawrence, or everybody calls him Lance. That's who it is. He goes, oh, he doesn't like being called Lance, so he told me, he's like, oh, his real name is Lawrence, but he if you call him Lance, when I used to talk to his brother, going back, like his brother is like seems to have Matt seems to have like his head and his shoulders, and Matt even told me, look, if you have an issue, you come to me and I'll deal with it and shit like that. But obviously, when I did try to go to Matt and resolve it, it's I was basically told, oh, you prick, you motherfucker, and all this shit, all this bullshit. But so this guy is stealing somebody else's valor, somebody else's stuff. Like, he told me when we first met, his name was Chris Arena. Then I went from Chris Arena to Anthony Da Silva. Then I went from Anthony Da Silva to Atir Da Silva. Like, what the fuck? And then he has like like so many like Facebook accounts. Like, what type of person has so many Facebook accounts? It doesn't make sense. I've only done one Facebook account that I created back in like was it after Bebo, or around the time Bebo was about to close down. We had to like create. I think it was like 2005 or something, 2006. So that's to tell you how long I have Facebook. Around 2005, 2000, some shit like that. After Bebo, basically. But anyway, let's listen on to the bullshit.
Well, first off, I had to come here with the audio there, but from what I can remember, he had referenced us not being brothers in wrongs anymore, and quite frankly, that's not his business how we hold it. He wants to know that I was even the relationship with your sister.
Now, well, he just said he was lucky enough to be in a relationship with. Now, if this person is supposed to be talking bad about his sister, I'd be like, look, man, why are you talking shit about my sister? So he obviously that's first of all, that's the first lie, or the first wrong thing he done. If somebody was talking shit about my sister, I'm going to intervene and say, look, listen, keep your P's and Q's to yourself. And so he's basically saying it's none of my business, right? That he, even though it's funny because it was actually Anthony Da Silva that told me. I didn't probe, I didn't ask, I didn't. They're the ones who told me all this information. But to be honest, I couldn't give a shit. I don't care if this man was married to this person or not. I don't know the woman, but I'm glad she probably walked out for a reason. If this man was married, but he claims that they're not married anymore. He claims that they're not married anymore. So that still wouldn't be your brother-in-law. He's like, oh, he's still my brother-in-law. He's still my brother-in-law. How? Explain to me, how is he still like? What is he? It seems to be like he's more than a brother-in-law. He's like a fucking. He seems to be like one of them, like closer. You know what I mean? I'm not even gonna go into it because of course he's gonna try to make something that I said out to be fucking something stupid. But they seem to be closer than a brother-in-law the way they go fucking on. But anyway, continue.
However that may have ended, you know, and I'm kind of like, who you bringing into this?
Right. Okay. The reason why I'm bringing this person into it. So, Mr. De Silva is okay to bring my friends into it that have nothing to do with whatever beef I have with Mr. De Silva. He seems to bring my friends into it and all this shit. Right. At the end of the day, Mr. De Silva, you can block somebody. You can block somebody on your channel from making if you don't want people comment on your show, you can block them, or you can get a monitor or whatever you want to call it, and they can be blocked off your channel. So if he obviously loves the attention because he if he so called knows YouTube, people that comment in, they can be blocked off the show. That's how much of an idiot he is. And it's the same if somebody texts in and I don't like their comments, they will never text the show again unless they make a new YouTube account. But and then obviously, I know people that text in here, they're cool, whatever. But if it's somebody that I don't recognize, they're out of here, gone. But anyway, so it's all right for like Mr. De Silva to talk shit about me and my wife, and Grumpy's the same. Grumpy's the same. He's always talking shit about my wife and all, and you're gonna hear it. Apparently, they spoke ages ago, and I what I said was, see, they're making up all this concoction bullshit, saying that I think we were all talking one night, and I said we're basically trying to say that I hold my wife hostage. And what I said was, that my wife is a free person. If she wants to leave, she can leave, walk out the door, And then they're trying to say, oh, I'm making her stay, and I have her handcuffed. All this bullshit, all this fucking shit, man, spewing out her mouth. I have her captured, and I met her at 16 and shit. Like the way they're going on is like I was like to them in their fucking head. Even though when I met Roshan, I was actually 19 years old. I was 19 years old, but the way they're going on is that I met Roshan at 16, and apparently they're making up all this bullshit that I was like 30 or something like that. Like, what the fuck, bro? I was 19 years old, even though I don't give a fuck. And I don't care if I'm saying this on a live channel. I was 19 years old and she was 16. And what's the problem? 16 years old is it's legal to date somebody at 16, and I was 19, bro. So it was only like 3 years in the difference. You swear I was like 10 years fucking older than that, the way you're going on. But anyway, let's continue this more bullshit.
It's kind of like, talking about how.
Now, he just said do my own thing. I do my own thing. Maybe Mr. Heberger and Mr. De Silva, you should do your own thing. Like, he does every single video. So I believe this guy or these guys have some sort of obsession towards me, like some sort of love triangle or something that they're fighting over me, and I'm flattered. Don't get me wrong, I'm flattered, but bro, I don't swing that way. So apologies, I do not swing that way. I'm a married man. I have a wife. I have a beautiful woman, but. Like these guys, and especially Shinari, because Shinari does all these videos about me and trying to get views and kicks and shit, which it's not working, bro. I could literally, if I wanted to, I could get so many people in here to report this video, and the video will be taken down if I wanted. But if he wants to glorify me in a good way, that's fine. I couldn't give a fuck, but he needs to get that obsession, that this love triangle out of his head. I don't swing that way, bro. And even if I did, I still wouldn't. You wouldn't be my cup of tea or my cup of coffee. Understand, bro? But anyway, let's continue on before we get out of time.
Yeah, he talks.
So he's now they're back to the kids bullshit. Do these people not realize that these young adults or middle teens or whatever you want to call her, like 17 and 16, bro? Do they not get this? That there's and then another thing as well, like most of the time I talk to Matt. Matt is obviously my age, shit like that. Okay, if Aaron comes in and Brian and Frankie comes in, that's fine. That's no problem. But they need to get off this bandwagon that I talk to these kids every day when most of the time I speak to Matt. So I don't know where where Mr. De Silva and Grumpy Dad saying, "Oh, talking to kids," and that's a problem. Does he not realize that we have a different law? Maybe in the United States, it's illegal to talk to. If even if you're 20 years old, maybe, but the funny thing about it is Grumpy Dad can't talk. Grumpy Dad or Spencer Hebrew cannot talk because he done worse than I did. He asked a 12-year-old to do a 12-year-old female, by the way, to do something that that 12-year-old female shouldn't have been doing. And they trying to blackmail this 12-year-old. I don't want to even go into it because what this individual is doing, and he even admitted that him and James blackmailed this girl, and if they didn't, I can't even remember. I can't even remember, but they were trying to blackmail this girl to send basically inappropriate stuff, and if they didn't or something, they were like, "Oh, we would speak to your parents or something, some shit like that." I can't really exactly remember, but I remember I had to leave that party. I was in that party that night. Mr. De Silva claims that he wasn't in the party, then he claims he was in the party, when we all know Mr. De Silva was in that party that night because I said it. I don't know how many times. I was in that party. I think I had to leave because I felt so uncomfortable in that party because of what they were saying. And Spencer Hebrew can spill all this shit all over the place. He can spill his guts all over the place. What he done was probably worse than what I'm doing. I'm not asking these people to exchange phone numbers and exchange other shit. I'm not asking these people. Time to time, I game with them the odd time. Most of the time, I'm actually on PC. So me and Matt are over on PC. So how can I talk to these people if I'm on PC? So, I'm on PC, I'm playing on PC, I play Red Dead on PC, and I play GTA on PC. So, but of course, Shanari's like, "Oh, you're playing GTA, you play GTA more than I do." Like, seriously, bro, like, get a fucking life. So Grumpy Dad, aka Grumpy Dad, or Spencer Hero, he can talk. what him and James done in the party. Like I think it was it 2 years ago or some shit. So continue all this bull crap about me. You know what I mean? Like trying to glorify me as well, and make me out to be some sort of weird person or some sort of predator or some bullshit. But anyway, let's continue because we'll be next week.
Okay. He talks to these 16-year-old kids. He's got these kids texting into my channel.
Well, hold on.
Have you seen those messages?
Hold on, right. First of all, he's just saying I have these 16-year-olds texting. First of all, what Aaron Bryan and Frankie do is out of my control. If they want to text your show, bro, I'm not their parents. You need to go and speak to their parents to stop this. So they're basically trying to say that I'm telling, like I think I was in the party one the other night with Matt and stuff, and the lads came in and like, oh, did you see all this bullshit video he's doing, and basically trying to say that I'm telling you to do this when half the time I don't even like when I do talk to the boys. That's if I'm on Xbox. They'll jump in and say hello or whatever. But most of the time I talk to Matt. So I don't know where this guy is going with this bullshit. But anyway, let's continue.
Has the kids left on my
I
videos?
have. I've seen one video, and it's all banded with it. It's sick.
So
It is.
banded with me.
This is some R. Kelly shit.
Oh, now they're wait. Now they're describing me to be an R. Kelly. R. Kelly, what he done worse shit than I did. Like, I'm not having any sort of relations with these people. So I don't know where they're calling with this. Like in their sick head, head, and their sick world is everybody bar me is doing bad things. That's what they're thinking. Everybody bar me. But when you hear the end of the video, when his brother-in-law admits what he does as well, so when you hear, let's play the whole video and then we'll get into it.
Right?
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
Yes. Probably not, man.
It's not going to be back because nothing's being done. Nothing's being done about it.
But it actually started with his wife because his wife.
Oh,
was 16.
now they're bringing me wife in.
Yeah. And
See what I mean now? See the way they target me wife, saying she's 16. Like, did they think like I was like 40 or something when I met Roshan? Did they not realize? Once again, I was probably 18, 19 years old when I met Roshan. So where are they getting this concocted bullshit? Where are they getting all this like bullshit saying, it's against the law, blah blah blah, whatever. And I many times, pardon me, I keep her hostage. If Roshan wants to leave, there's the front door right there. I'm pointing right at the door. If Roshan wants to leave that front door, she's more than welcome to leave that door. So I was 18, 19 years old when I met Roshan. So, like, what the fuck? Like, serious, bro? Like, they're bringing all these people in, that have nothing to do with beef between me. Like, see what I mean? Like, so it's not all right for me to bring Spencer Hebrew and James and God knows who else is in this bullshit. But it's all right for Mr. De Silva, or should I say, Lawrence De Silva, talk about my wife and talk about people I talk to and like attacking Matt the other night. That he doesn't even know Matt. He didn't even know me. Man, it's just a gamer tagging a voice to him. He's never seen me. He's never, he's never come across me. So, like, where does this guy going with this? The only reason how he knows me is because we were in a party one day, and I think he joined the party, or I joined his party, and I invited Ma. And Ma was talking. They were talking about some bullshit games or some shit, right? And he didn't have a clue what Matt was saying, like something to do with his Xbox or something. He turned his Xbox into developer mode, where he can I think basically you can basically create your own game, and then if they get approval by Sony or Microsoft, they will actually publish your game, and obviously you make money on that. So he's targeting Matt that he's never even seen. Last week he was targeting a guy that can't even defend himself. Me mate that passed away, Colin. Like what like that this is what we're dealing with. A person that makes fun, out of somebody that has passed away. I guarantee you that if I made fun of somebody belonging to Mr. De Silva's side, and I guarantee you he was the very one, oh, why you target me? Why you target me? So he was basically trying to say that Colin was a drug dealer or junkie or some shit. I don't know what the fuck. Um, so I don't know why he's targeting. He done the same thing with didn't even know Colin's wife. He target Colin's wife for no reason and shit. But anyway, let's move on because we'll be all day here.
Yeah. And if you recall, that one time he did say he doesn't love anyone. Not even
I don't love anybody. Wow. Hold on. When did I ever say I don't love my wife? I love my wife. I do anything. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we wouldn't be together if I didn't love my wife. I'd walk the hell and back for my wife. I'd do anything for my wife. If she was sick, I'd walk the hell and back to get what I need to make her better. If she was really sick, you know, like yeah, we talked. And see that this is the shit now, where they're getting their so-called wars crossed. I many times they were trying to say that I have her hostage and shit. If Roisin wants to live, she can leave the house. Oh yeah, and I abuse my wife. I beat up my wife and shit. All this bullshit. Where there's not one mark on my wife. Not one mark on my wife. And apparently I beat my wife. I abuse my wife. I have her locked up. Like what the fuck, bro? Like they're getting these things out of nowhere. Exactly, collective imagination. Exactly, an active imagination. Thank you.
Yeah. So I find it very strange. He says these kids, keep them going on, and that it's very, very strange. I, it's very inappropriate too, but it's none of our business. Apparently, we should be concerned with him that he's talking to two 16-year-old kids and that he has these kids texting.
Actually, correction, one is 17.
It's very weird.
So,
but I don't know. It's completely ridiculous. Yes. How are you doing this time?
so
I'm doing great.
now they're talking bullshit. So just for the record, get their persons. I'm not going to say who's 17 and who's 16, but get their age right. Frankie's is a grown man, so he's around my age. But I'm not going to say who's 16 and 17 between Aaron and Brian. That's up to you to figure out. But the majority of the time I speak to Matthew, and Matthew is what 24 years old. Last week, according to Mr. Shenariman or Galudi, he was 40 years old. Like, what the fuck? I even said it to Matt. I said, do you know? I said, do you know he's taking the piss? I said, he's basically saying that you're 40 years old. Like, what the fuck? Well, anyway, wait till you hear what his brother-in-law admits at the end.
You know, it's a lovely sight to see here in the background. You know, you got the hills and everything. And,
Well,
I actually was just thinking about that time I was stuck out here on Tappan Street.
yeah. Where were you?
I was on Tappan Street, and I was trying to get down to because we're in a different, right?
That's right.
Remember when I
Typical, yeah. This prick is always in
Well, everybody
it.
knows this incident about Bronxville. Officer Justin Sulco and Officer Matthew Stein hogtied and gagged me. And my brother-in-law was stuck on the Tappan Zee Bridge. And I was trying to explain to Sergeant D. Young that my brother-in-law is on the way to come help me, but they decided to hogtie and gag me. And, but you were stuck in traffic, I assume.
Yeah, I was stuck, and I had gotten the traffic was gridlocked right there. And it's not like it, it's not normal for it to be gridlocked. Like on that bridge after the new expansion. What do they call that down there? Governor Cuomo?
Yeah, the Cuomo Bridge, yeah.
Yeah. And I was up there, and I had actually got out of my car. There was an officer there. And I handed him my crash pipe.
What did he say there? Wait a minute. So, did he just say he handed a police officer, a crack pipe? So is he admitting, which we'll continue playing on the video in a minute, is he admitting he smokes crack? Is he admitting, wait, rewind. Did he just admit that he gave a police officer a crack pipe? Let's.
On that bridge after the new expansion. What do they call that down
Yeah,
there?
the Cuomo Bridge, yeah.
Yeah. And I was up there, and I had actually got out of my car, and there was an officer there, and I handed him my crack pipe, and I was
So this guy, Mr. Spencer Hebrew, admits of smoking crack, even though he's going to admit even later on. So he's admitting on a YouTube video, a public platform video, that he smokes crack. Wow. And apparently he handed a police officer a crack pipe. So he has come on admitting he smokes crack. Wow.
Where, how can you get food? What's the hold up? It was a real mess.
Did you just say you handed an officer your crack pipe?
Yeah, just to hold it while I was trying to get up on the car. Trying to get up on the car and what was going on up ahead.
Ladies and gentlemen,
See?
now I see why he did not make it to the.
So Spencer Heberger just admitted. So if there's any police officers out there, this guy should be arrested for smoking crack. So it's all right for me. Apparently, I do all these crimes and all these bullshits, and I should be locked up, and I should be this, that, and the other, and I need help. So, Mr. Grumpy Dad, aka Spencer Heberger, just admitted he smokes crack. Wow. And then what was at the start? Avon, what did he say? What did he call him? Avon, what was it? Some shit. Apparently he said, Avon something. So he's going by two alias. So he's lying to his viewers that his name is Avon something. I can't even remember. I'll have to play the tape from the beginning. Avon something. So Grumpy Dad has admitted a crime on a video on a public platform. Does he not realize this is on a public platform? That he admitted that he smokes crack. Wow. And apparently he's an alcoholic through me, according to Mr. Sherryman. Even though this individual lives all the way in America, I live all the way here in Ireland. How the fuck can how the hell can I, make somebody an alcoholic when I live like millions of miles away? Millions of fucking miles away. Really? Um, and then before we get on to the last couple of, probably a minute or so of the video, of course, they take the piss out of the Catholic Church. And of course, Shannari's like, "Oh no, 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 we don't say this." Like, really, bro? Like, so you're tarnishing the Catholic people, really, bro?
The Tappan Sea Bridge, make it the Bronxville for this exact reason.
I was trying.
Yeah, that is something. You're very unpredictable. Very unpredictable. Well, that's all we have for you, folks.
Wait, what are we, Warner Brothers? That's all we have, folks. That's all we have, folks. Like, what is he? That's all we have. Like, what was he? Fucking Porky Pig, Warner Brothers. That's all we have, folks.
That's all we got. Brian, Aaron, and Frankie Jeffrey, please, if you're going to continue to comment on my videos, go ahead. I mean, it's evidence. I mean, you guys continue to harass me, claim you're doing this out of your free will. But I would appreciate if you didn't comment on my videos. But if you do, go ahead. I mean, there's just more evidence that I'll pile on. Aaron, you have any closing comments?
Aaron.
No, just Christ, our Lord and Savior.
Taking the piss. And of course, he's very shocked when he said, "Jesus Christ, our Lord and Savior." Like taking the piss out of it. And then, of course, like, what's the matter, Shanari, of our Jesus Christ, our Savior, Jesus Christ? What is wrong with it? Just because you praise Allah and all this bullshit.
No.
Hashem.
No.
Bullshit.
You're a Jewish man.
And now all of a sudden he's Jewish, right? So it's funny because I believe that since a Hebrew, he's not Jewish. This person's not Jewish. If he was Jewish, like this guy, like chews down a cheeseburger, and isn't that is that forbidden in the Jewish religion that you cannot mix what's it, the calf's milk or something with the mother or some shit, some shit like that. I don't know what the fuck it is. So, geez, the alarm's going off here. Okay, time to get out of here. So something to do with the meat and stuff in the cheese. You can't mix dairy and meat. It's forbidden. And when this man admits many times that he eats cheeseburgers and bacon. Wow. He eats cheeseburgers and bacon. So, wow, he's making a mockery of the Jewish community. If he's supposedly Jewish, why is he making a mockery of the Jewish? Like, he's making a mockery of. I think this guy, because most, I'm not saying all, but I'd say probably 25% of Americans are either Christian or some sort of Catholic, some shit like that. Christianity. So I believe this gentleman is some sort of Christianity or something. But of course, Shanari is trying to convert them, which first of all, that's against the law. You cannot convert somebody. If the person feels that he wants to be Jewish, go to a rabbi and get him whatever he has to fucking do, whatever you got to do to become. Well, why, make somebody, oh, you're a Jewish man, you're this, that, and the other, which is bullshit. If he is Jewish, he doesn't practice Judaism. Just to let you know, the guy fucking wolfs down cheeseburgers and fucking bacon.
You don't say those types of things. Now he's under the influence.
Oh, now he's under the
I'm
influence.
gonna get
Wow.
out of here.
Hold on, wait. The guy doesn't sound like he's on the influence of anything. He's just making bullshit up. Oh, he's in the influence, man. We need to get out of here, man, before we get busted. Like he's he's going on like, oh, we need to get out of here before we get raided. Like honestly, that's the way he's going on. Hashem, like.
All right. Well, everyone be well and.
So that was the 7-minute video that I had to explain nearly an hour. I know I was talking about the Royal Rumble at the start, but that was that nearly 8-minute video that took me nearly 45 minutes to speak about. So so these individuals have an issue of who I talk to. Like seriously, bro, is it really harming you who I talk to on my side of the world? Like you swear, like honestly, I'm not joking. You swear, it's killing these guys who I talk to. Like you swear, like they have, like whoever I talk to is slowly deteriorating their health. Like really, bro. Like who gives a fuck? Grumpy just said it. I do my own thing. You do your own thing. You like talking, splorting your bullshit. New York bullshit all over the fucking internet. Why don't you talk about something that's relevant? Maybe do something on your town, or do instead of I think there's like 4 or 5 videos about me on his YouTube channel. Now that sounds like a weirdo. I only come on. I don't even want to be doing videos about this piece of shit. I'm only basically responding to this piece of shit. Obviously he is a piece of shit, and I don't give a fuck. And thank God today I actually have a decent connection, because the other day I was having bad problems with my connection and stuff, and look at all the like how many videos has he done about me? Like let's have a look. There's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 videos about me. Like really? 6 fucking videos about me. 6 videos about me. And that doesn't include the 5 he done all this week. So, this guy obviously, I just have this funny feeling that he's obsessed about me, I'm flattered, but I don't. Unfortunately, bro, I don't swing that way. So I am really, really flattered that you think highly of me and stuff like that. But when you come on, speak the truth. Don't come on and lie and all this bullshit. When we know what Mr. Spencer Hebrew and James got up to with that 12-year-old girl, so. We don't have to even repeat that anymore. But if Grumpy wants to go that way and say that I don't love my wife and whatever, let him think that. Let him think that I don't love my wife. I know Grumpy fancies my wife anyway. He has an obsession of my wife. Because he's always like, oh, put your wife in the mic. Put your wife in the mic. Like seriously, bro. My wife doesn't even want to hear you. My wife does not want to hear you talk shit and make it a show yourself, bro. Really. Anyway, guys, I'm getting out of here, guys. I want to say hello to Aaron, Brian, Frankie, Matt, Helsing, Knucklehead, Track, Mary Brown, obviously. Dan, I want to say hello to me good old pal Dan, me good old brother in the sky, and his wife Colin and Sandra are looking down on me. I still love them and I still miss them. I want to say hello to Kieran Riley in Cavan Town, Kieran Bourne. I think that's it, guys. I want to say hello to my lovely wife as well, Roisin. I want to say hello to Robert as well. Robert Barber, of course. I want to say hello to him as well. I want to say hello to Garda Owen Finn. I want to say hello to Detective Anne Marie. And I want to say hello to Detective Sergeant, retired Detective Sergeant Noel Fleming. So that's it, guys. That's our shout outs, and that's been the Hardcore FM podcast show, of course. I hope you like what I do. Obviously, Mr. Silva is gonna probably do another video of more bullshit lies about me and shit, and but I'm just gonna respond. I don't care. He can do all the videos he wants. I've bigger fish to fry. But I know he's gonna do a video and make up more cock and bull stories about me and the usual crap. The usual uh, bullshit. Um, that he spurts out of his mouth. So that's really it, guys. That's that's really it, guys. Anyway, guys, let's have this. Sorry, I'm just keeping up here, guys. So, guys, that's been our Hardcore FM podcast this evening on a Sunday night, the 29th of January, guys. Can you believe we're nearly into February, guys? Another 2 days. Wednesday will be the 1st of February, guys. So, nearly getting where the evenings are getting a bit longer and stuff, slowly but surely. Um, it's nice to be out and about in the summertime and so on. Anyway, guys, Slán Lat, Moshe the Hully, Osan Bukal, Osan Colleen, guys. I'm out there. Good night and God bless, or have a pleasant evening. I'm out there, guys. Good night. Bye bye. The town I love so dear. We're after winning 2 million quid, so we're off to Belvedere. Yes, it's goodbye to old J. Harder, and it's bonjour to fine Chablis. I am leaving my heart at the Hackney Bridge, now it's Belvedere for me. Yes, it's goodbye to old J. Harder, and it's bonjour to fine Chablis. I am leaving my heart at the Hackney Bridge, now it's Belvedere for me.